The biggest Sheldon and Missy issue is made worse by young Sheldon Season 7's uncertain fate. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up delays in young Sheldon Season 7 are expected to exacerbate the show's main issue between Sheldon and Missy. Young Sheldon Season 6 is an eventful time for both Cooper siblings. They relied on one another to make sense of a lot of things in the midst of all the changes going on around them. Things between the two weren't always easy, though. The two also had a number of arguments in young Sheldon Season 6, the most significant of which occurred at the close of the year. Sheldon was flying to Germany for the entire summer, but Missy was still upset with him for talking about how she sneaked out of the house at night. As the Coopers coped with their individual problems, the young Sheldon Season 6 finale juggled multiple storylines. When Mandy and Georgie eventually got engaged, the McAllisters' interference tempered their joy. Meanwhile, Pastor Rob found Mima's gambling lair. While the rest of the family battled with the Medford tornado, Sheldon and Mary eventually made it to Germany. The struggle between Sheldon and Missy was the most compelling narrative line in the young Sheldon Season 6 finale, demonstrating that they are still the show's greatest duo. It goes without saying that there is optimism that they will remain at the forefront of the show's narrative in the future. Even after the Writers Guild strike of 2023 had begun, CBS had already kept its regular fall 2023 programming schedule. This implied that the broadcaster was hopeful that the problem would be fixed in time for production, as young Sheldon and other scripted shows were still anticipated to return after the summer. However, in an effort to strike-proof its programming, CBS later stated that they would be replacing their regular shows with a few Paramount Plus originals on CBS broadcast TV. This implied that the network is now taking into account the prospect that the ongoing WGA strike may prevent scripted series from returning in September or October. The SAG-AFTRA strike has further reduced the likelihood that young Sheldon Season 7 will return this fall. Zoe Perry, Lance Barber, and Reagan Reverd have all joined the WGA strike in the past, demonstrating their solidarity for the author's struggle for just recompense. The likelihood that these problems would be resolved quickly has decreased, because the actors are currently on strike as well. In any case, Reverd and Ian Armitage have already supported their colleagues, indicating that they intend to completely comply with the work stoppage. Therefore, they won't return to play Missy and Sheldon until the problem is fully fixed. There was a cliffhanger at the end of the 6th season finale of Young Sheldon. Mima found her house completely destroyed by the tornado after it had passed Medford. For the Coopers, this would pave the way for a number of changes in the upcoming year. Georgie and Mandy will move in with George and Missy, while Connie will live with Dale. Sheldon will begin his summer program in Germany during this time, and Mary won't be aware of what's going on at home. However, the delay might drastically reduce the number of episodes for the year, which would be even more annoying than the prolonged wait for young Sheldon Season 7. The fact that there are already rumors that young Sheldon Season 7 might be the final season makes this especially awful. Given the several unresolved plot points that the Big Bang Theory prequel still needs to address, CBS will have to jam as many storylines as possible into the limited number of episodes before the finale, which is already dangerous. Given its popularity, young Sheldon would not want to conclude its run with a hasty conclusion. In addition to concluding its own narrative and bidding farewell to the cherished Cooper family, the spin-off must also make sure that its conclusion aligns with the existing knowledge of its parent series. Young Sheldon Season 7 is likely to be postponed indefinitely due to the WGA and the SAG-AFTRA strike. This creates a new issue because of how quickly Armitage and Reverd are developing, in addition to the narrative consequences of having a shorter year and having to wait longer for the show to return. Both of them may appear noticeably older and larger if the Big Bang Theory spin-off is postponed for a long period. Considering the complaints about how old they already appear when playing 13-year-olds, that might be a serious problem. To put things in perspective, Reverd and Armitage are both already 15 years old. However, the Cooper twins in the sitcom only recently celebrated their 13th birthday because CBS slowed down young Sheldon's storytelling to extend its runtime. The age difference is highly apparent, particularly in Armitage, who has been frequently remarked on for being taller and having a deeper voice. The actors may appear very different from their previous appearances on television if Young Sheldon Season 7 begins right after the events of the Season 6 finale and production doesn't begin until later this year. CBS would be forced to handle the previously discussed Armitage and Revard situation if Young Sheldon Season 7 were to be postponed. Since both actors are excellent in their parts, their return is the only viable choice. Given that the WAG and SAG-AFTRA strikes are for the rights of those who work on these shows, perhaps fans will be more accepting of the physical changes they undergo when they return as Sheldon and Missy. Fortunately, CBS offers a rather simple solution for this issue. After a time jump, Young Sheldon Season 7 might just resume. The Big Bang Theory prequel can skip the immediate aftermath of the Season 6 finale and go ahead at least a few months because the family is currently going through a shift. Anyway, Sheldon will be in Germany for the entire summer, so he won't be in Medford. It's also preferable to resume the series once the entire family returns home in order to increase the chance of seeing them finished, considering everything that is going on in the family comedy. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube Young Sheldon 24 channel and stay with TS.